Imagine this, a picture-perfect couple, strolling hand in hand through the sun-drenched streets of Paris, their laughter echoing like a symphony. But what if I told you that beneath those stolen kisses and whispered promises lay a web of deceit so tangled, it would unravel everything they held dear? Welcome to the heart-wrenching tale of Emily and Alex, where love bloomed like a rose in spring, only to wilt under the poison of lies. Buckle up, because this story of passion, betrayal, and shattered dreams will leave you questioning every "I love you" you've ever heard. It all began in the bustling heart of New York City, where Emily Harper, a talented graphic designer with dreams as big as the skyline, crossed paths with Alex Rivera, a charismatic entrepreneur whose smile could light up Times Square. Emily was 28, fresh out of a string of bad dates, pouring her soul into her art to escape the loneliness that crept in at night. She had this infectious energy, with her curly auburn hair always tied back in a messy bun, sketchbook in hand, capturing the world's chaos on paper. Alex, on the other hand, was 32, the kind of guy who turned heads with his sharp suits and confident stride. He owned a startup tech company that promised to revolutionize social media, or so he claimed. Their first meeting was straight out of a rom-com, a crowded coffee shop on a rainy afternoon. Emily's latte spilled all over Alex's laptop as she rushed to find a seat. Instead of anger, he laughed it off, offering her a napkin and his number. Fate's way of saying hello, he joked, his eyes locking onto hers with an intensity that made her heart skip. From that moment, their romance ignited like wildfire. Late-night texts turned into dinner dates at hidden Italian bistros, where they'd share plates of pasta and stories from their pasts. Emily opened up about her childhood in a small Midwest town, how she moved to the city chasing her dream of illustrating children's books. Alex spoke of his ambitious plans, how he was on the verge of a massive investor deal that would make him a millionaire. He painted pictures of a future together, weekend getaways to the Hamptons, a cozy apartment overlooking Central Park, maybe even a family someday. Emily fell hard, her guarded heart melting under his charm. He surprised her with tickets to art exhibits, remembered her favorite flowers, lilies, and made her feel like the center of his universe. Their first kiss happened under the Brooklyn Bridge at sunset, the city lights twinkling like stars just for them. "You're my everything," he whispered, and she believed him. As months turned into a year, their bond deepened. They moved in together into a chic loft in Soho, filling it with Emily's vibrant paintings and Alex's sleek gadgets. Friends envied their chemistry. Social media was flooded with their couple goals posts, beach vacations in Miami, cozy movie nights, even a spontaneous road trip to Niagara Falls where Alex got down on one knee. Wait, no, not yet. That proposal was coming, or so Emily thought. She started dreaming of wedding bells, sketching dress designs in her notebook. But cracks began to appear, subtle at first, like shadows creeping in at dusk. It started with the late nights. Alex claimed work was piling up, that the big deal was inches away. He'd come home exhausted, phone glued to his hand, dodging questions about his day. Emily brushed it off. After all, success demanded sacrifice. Then came the mysterious calls, whispers in the bathroom, hangs-ups when she entered the room. "Just investors," he'd say with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. One evening, while doing laundry, Emily found a receipt in his pocket for a diamond necklace she never received. Her stomach twisted, but she convinced herself it was a surprise gift. Love made her blind, or perhaps hopeful. The turning point came during a weekend getaway to the Catskills. They rented a cabin, planning to unplug and reconnect. But Alex's phone buzzed incessantly. Frustrated, Emily glanced at it while he showered a message from Sarah, "Miss you already. When's our next rendezvous?" Her world tilted. Who was Sarah? Heart-pounding, she scrolled further, uncovering a trail of flirty texts, hotel bookings, and photos of Alex with a stunning blonde in places he'd claimed to be for business trips. The betrayal hit like a freight train. Sarah was his assistant, or so Emily thought, but the messages revealed an affair that had been going on for months. Confrontation exploded that night by the fireplace. "How could you?" Emily screamed, tears streaming down her face. Alex denied at first, stumbling over excuses. "It's not what it looks like. She's just a friend." But the evidence was damning. He finally crumbled, admitting the truth. Sarah wasn't just an affair, she was part of a bigger lie. His startup? A sham. He'd been funneling money from investors into a lavish double life, including gifts for Sarah and secret weekends away. The big deal was a fabrication to keep Emily hooked, to borrow from her savings under the guise of investing in our future. He'd even forged documents to secure loans in her name, plunging her into debt she never knew about. Emily's dreams shattered like glass underfoot. The woman who once sketched fairy tales now faced a nightmare. She kicked him out that night, the cabin's silence echoing her sobs. Back in the city, the fallout was brutal. Creditors called, her credit score tanked, and her job suffered as depression set in. Friends rallied around her, but the humiliation burned. Alex vanished, leaving a trail of lawsuits and broken hearts. Rumors swirled that he'd fled to Europe with Sarah, living off embezzled funds. Emily spent months in therapy, piecing together her life. She sold the loft, moved to a tiny studio, and channeled her pain into her art. Her illustrations turned darker, more raw stories of betrayal that resonated with others. But here's the twist that will chill you. Months later, Emily received an anonymous email with photos of Alex and Sarah in Paris, the very city he'd promised to take her. They looked happy, but the message hinted at more lies. Sarah had discovered Alex's other affairs, multiple women strung along with the same promises. It was a cycle of deceit, a man who thrived on shattering dreams. Emily forwarded it to authorities, sparking an investigation that led to his arrest for fraud. Justice served, but the scars remained. In the end, Emily rose from the ashes. She published a graphic novel inspired by her ordeal, Shadows of the Heart, which became a bestseller. It wasn't just a story, it was a warning. Love can be beautiful, but lies can destroy it in an instant. So, dear viewers, have you ever been blinded by love? Share your stories in the comments below. If this tale gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more dramatic narrations, and ring the bell so you never miss a heartbeat of betrayal. Until next time, remember, not all fairy tales have happy endings.